Attorney Mark, Ma'am Lorraine, napakaganda po ng development nito para po mailantad sa mga mamayan na nagpapatuloy po itong abusado, tiraniko at dispotiko na uri ng paghahari-harian itong National Telecommunications Commission under the Office of the President. At ito ngayon ay magandang ilalantad sa halls of the Senate dahil magkakaroon ng isang tinatawag na open public consultation anong nangyari sa SMNI.
Yes,
at nagpapasalamat tayo sa Senado, kay Senator Robin Padilla, kay Senate President Mig Zubiri sa kanyang pagpayag na bigyang liwanag at katuwiran ang mga kaganapan tungkol sa iskandaloso at balahura na uri ng pag-aabuso laban sa press freedom nitong opisina under the Office of the President na National Telecommunications Commission.
Yeah, may I ask something, no? Kasi ang sinabi ni Eric dito ay ang NTC, no? But I want the Filipino people to look past the NTC and see Bongbong Marcos, see the President, kasi siya ay deafeningly silent tungkol dito sa pagmamalabis, no, ng NTC na nasa under the Office of the President, and it's just government, so siya yan, no? So nag-uusap kami ni Attorney Mark dito at gusto kong i-underline, tinanong ko siya, Attorney, yung NTC sinuspend ang operations ng SMNI. Pero totoo ba na walang rason na ibinigay?
Ang rason, okay, dalawa yung order ng NTC. May December 19, 2023, sinuspend po yung SMNI for 30 days. Preventive suspension daw. So you say preventive suspension, while under investigation, suspend yung SMNI for 30 days. Unfortunately, after ng 30 days, in-extend po nila indefinitely. Hindi natin alam kung 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, noong January 18, 2024.
So dalawang orders ito.
Dalawang order yan. So
Nag-lapse yung first order na December 19, 2023, and then by January 2024,
January 18.
2024, another indefinite suspension.
Indefinite na.
Oo.
So ano yung reason nila? Ang sabi nila, per the resolution ng House of Representatives. So ibig sabihin, nagpadikta sila sa House of Representatives.
Malinaw yun.
Under the law, under the National Telecommunication Law, ang NTC, they have quasi-judicial function.
Ibig sabihin,
na quasi-judicial, parang judge sila.
Okay,
Hindi
parang korte.
pwede sila diktahan na House of Representatives kasi there will be a violation, yung tinatawag na separation of power. Kasi the NTC is under the Executive Department, ang House of Representatives is under the Legislative Department.
so whatever the position or opinion of the House of Representatives cannot be made as a solid ground for NTC to decide without a proper hearing and investigation na independent.
Kailangan muna mag-conduct ng hearing, mag-conduct ng investigation. Ibig sabihin, dahil walang hearing, walang investigation, nung nag-issue sila noong December 19, 2024 ng suspension for 30 days, na violate na ang due process clause or due process right ng SMNI.
Ayun.
So, ibig mo sabihin, Attorney, dapat yung tamang proseso dito before they suspended indefinitely, they should have investigated. And hindi nila pwedeng sabihin, we are suspending you indefinitely kasi sabi ng Kongreso. Because that's exactly what they said. Diba? Sabi kasi ng Kongreso eh.
Dapat yun ang ginawa nila talaga.
Dapat mag-conduct sila ng investigation. Ang ginagawa kasi nila, may mga report daw na nag-operate daw ang SMNI doon sa Rojas City or sa ano yung probinsya doon sa Visayas.
Which is not even true.
Kahit may mga allegation na gano'n, kailangan bigyan muna ng pagkakataon ng SMNI na magpaliwanag. Ang tanong, may paliwanag ba na nangyari? Wala. Okay. Last hearing, nung pumunta po tayo sa NTC kasama si Attorney Rolex Suplico, dalawa kayo pumunta doon. Nagtanong kami, pre-hearing, ibig sabihin parang pre-trial. Saan dito yung complainant? Walang dumating na complainant. Under the rules, pag walang dumating na complainant,
dismiss ang kaso.
Walang tinatawag na pre-trial brief. Wala. Tayo lang nag-submit ng pre-trial brief. Kung wala, ibig sabihin, dismissible yan with prejudice. Ibig sabihin, hindi na pwedeng i-refile yon, otherwise, res judicata na.
Kasi ibig sabihin, attorney, mga kababayan, hindi pala nag-file ng formal complaint as a complainant status ang House of Representatives.
Wala.
So therefore, there was no complainant. So paano nangyari na ang NTC ay nag-akto solely na parang sila ang complainant, sila din ang trial prosecutor, sila din ang huwes, at ginamit ang buong kapangyarihan without even the process na dapat may filing of complaint, may complainant, may hearing,
Wala.
at mga
Due
sabina.
process.
Oh.
So part
Due process.
yan ng proseso ng due process.
So ito lahat wala.
That's why nung pagpunta namin, tinanong namin yung hearing officer, sino yung complainant? At least the complainant should be represented by a member of the Philippine Bar. So sino yung abogado ng NTC na kung si NTC man ang complainant, at least may abogado kaming kaharap doon.
Wala.
Para, kasi ang purpose ng pre-trial, mediation, baka pwede
Yes.
magkasundo, ano yung stipulation of facts, amicable settlement, kung may amicable settlement man, wala. May pre-trial brief ba? Wala. May nag-appear ba during pre-hearing? Wala. So ano epekto nun? Under the rules of court, kasi ang rules of court is part, by analogy, is applicable sa NTC rules.
Dahil quasi-judicial body
Oh,
siya.
ang nakalagay doon, pag hindi ka nag-attend, wala kang pre-trial brief, is dismissible with prejudice. That's why, today, nag-file po tayo ng motion to dismiss doon po sa NTC on the ground na walang complainant na dumating during the pre-hearing, hindi sila nag-file ng pre-trial brief.
Question. Attorney, from the perspective of a layman, ano?
Yeah.
Ginagawa ba 'yon? Nangyayari ba ito? Are there conditions or circumstances when what NTC did, no, without a complainant, does that ever happen?
Yung kausap ko yung hearing officer ng NTC, sabi niya, matagal na siya sa NTC, mga more than 20 years na yata. First time daw ito nangyari na sila ang complainant, sila pa ang huwes, sila din ang mag-decide.
Eric and attorney, mga kababayan, ang nakikita natin dito, wag na tayo magpaikot-ikot na. Ang nakikita natin at nararamdaman natin dito ay ang mabigat na kamay ng Marcos administration. And I'm putting two and two together kasi yesterday we had attorney Glenn Chong as guest, and he claimed that all of this, yung panggigipit sa SMNI, ay dahil kay First Lady, these are the machinations of the First Lady, what's her name? Lisa Araneta Marcos. So I'm saying that all of this is politically motivated, which means that our democracy is in grave danger because it is in the hands of despots.
At malinaw, Attorney Mark Tolentino, that the box or the responsibilities sa nangyaring itong abuso ay sa Office of the President.
Of course.
Tama yan, kasi-
At malinaw din, ang gusto nating imensahe dito, Attorney Mark Tolentino, bakit humaba po ang sungay ng NTC? Maliban sa ito'y kinukonsente, obviously, ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr., at bakit hindi tayo nakakuha ng mga remedy to bring them to the bar of justice for an apparent oppression, grave abuse of authority, and very clear na paglabag sa mandato at batas? Bakit hindi natin sila sinisingil at dinadala sa hukuman?
Halatang-halata kasi na yung ginagawa ng NTC, binagal ang proseso. Sinadya, parang kung basketball pa, nag-dribble lang sila, hindi sila nag-shoot or walang attempt to do that.
Which is illegal yan, dapat.
Dapat may resolution na sila anong gagawin. Bakit ganoon? Bakit pinatagal nila lahat? Kasi naghihintay sila sa revocation ng prangkisa ng SMNI.
Which,
Kasi kung
hindi
ma-revoke
nangyari.
yung prangkisa ng SMNI, moot an academic na yung resolution o yung tinatawag na decision ng NTC with respect sa mga admin case laban sa SMNI.
Kaya dinribble niya.
Yeah.
Yun ang ginagawa ng NTC. That's why, nag-file tayo ng motion to dismiss ngayon. I don't know kung ano kaya yung reason nila. Baka sabihin nila, hindi applicable ang rules of court. Hindi applicable ang NTC rules. So we have our own.
So, klaro, no?
So, tingnan natin kung ano yung sagot nila sa motion to dismiss natin. Kasi nag-cite po tayo ng rules of court. Nag-cite po tayo ng NTC rules.
Yeah.
So, kung ang NTC rules nila yan eh. Dapat sundin nila. Kung hindi nila sundin. So, anong ibig sabihin doon? May ibang rules sila for SMNI, and that is in violation ng due process and equal protection clause ng ating saligang
At
batas.
grave abuse of authority ito.
Grave abuse yan. So, pwede tayo mag-file ng ombudsman case against sa kanila.
Dapat.
So, we are planning sa legal team natin. So, hopefully, yung kasama natin sa mga lawyers will agree sa posisyon natin na dapat mag-file na ng criminal case, admin case doon sa ombudsman.
Laban sa tatlong
laban
commissioners.
sa tatlong commissioners.
May I please read what the President recently said during the FOCAP anniversary. No, he said, quote, "The President's role is to defend press freedom and not lead in destroying or demeaning its practitioners. Unlike many of my predecessors, I do not seek collaboration for that implies a surrender of your independence. I am of the opinion that national interest is better served by a press that is critical rather than a press that is cooperative. It must have the untrammeled freedom to do its work, not just to arm the citizenry with the truth, but also to deepen discernment in this age of mass disinformation. So these are beautiful words once again from Budol Budol Man. No? Because where this, Eric, no, where this whole stemmed, no, this whole fiasco stemmed was when we asked here in SMNI, Speaker Martin, the first cousin of the president, is it true that your travel expenses is 1.8 billion? And that was the pinaka root, no, kung bakit kami ay nilagay at dinetain illegally.
Yes.
So itong sinasabi na naman, beautiful words of the president they do not mean anything.
Parang nananaginip at binabangungot siya. Your reaction to that sa kanyang sinasabi sa foreign correspondence, na ayoko rin gamitin yung word ni Marlica na hello, lucid interval ba ito?
Yung sinasabi kasi ni PBBM is actually consistent yan sa ating saligang batas. Okay? Unfortunately, kailangan panindigan niya yung sinasabi niya. Kasi, yung sinasabi
Hindi
niya...
niya mapanindigan yung 20 pesos na bigas.
Oh, yeah. Panindigan niya yun. Kasi bakit niya dapat panindigan
Puro
yun?
salita.
Kahit hindi niya sasabihin yun, dapat yun ang gawin
Correct.
niya. Kasi guaranteed po yan sa ating saligang batas. So yung saligang batas natin, hindi lang yan na-guarantee sa ating saligang batas. Under the concept of a democratic and republican government, protected talaga ang freedom of press,
Question,
freedom of expression.
I just want to point out something kasi in his speech, in this beautiful speech which means nothing, he references his predecessors. I don't remember any of his predecessors that did to media what he is doing now to media unless we're talking about
So
his
sino
father.
yung mga predecessors niya? Na
I don't know.
Coming from
refer
sa
niya?
tatay niya.
Yeah?
Yung tatay niya
His
talaga,
father.
exactly ang ginawa niya. Pero may open declaration of martial law yun, Ma'am Lorraine.
Yeah, yes, correct.
Ito
was
naman,
silent, no?
silent.
Hindi pinaninindigan na naman.
Yun. Nagpapalusot na parang wala siyang pakialam sa nangyari sa SMNI, tapos nagpapapogi sa foreign correspondence.
Yeah.
Pero sabi ni Atty. Mark Tolentino, those shallow, empty words, anuman kaganda ang pagkagawa nun, kapag hindi mo pinanindigan, Pangulong Marcos Jr., those words mean nothing. Kung si Ma'am Lorraine pa baka bunga yun ng guni-guni mo. Hello? Panahon ba ito na ikaw ay nasa lucid
Guni-guni
interval?
or something else?
Atty. Mark, maganda yung punto na binanggit ni Ma'am Lorraine.
Yeah.
How important is it for the President to show sign of commitment and conviction into action sa kanya mga pananalita na nirerespeto niya ang mga pundasyon ng demokrasya. And one of that is ang pagrespeto sa saligang batas at ang proseso nito at ang mga demokratikong prinsipyo kagaya ng press freedom na malinaw na ginurgor, kinatay nila at nilumpo ang SMNI ng illegal at iskandaloso.
So yun ang gagawin natin. Dapat yung NTC, hindi nila dapat diktahan yun. Kailangan the NTC should decide based on merits, based on evidence. But I don't know kung gawin nila yan kasi day one pa lang, alam na natin na may nagdikta sa kanila.
Yun.
Kung basahin mo yung rules o yung order ng NTC noong December 19, 2023, January 18, 2024, parang hindi sila mga abogado or I don't know kung may abogado ba dyan.
Isa lang yata ang lawyer
Isang abogado.
doon eh. Oo.
At least man lang yung mga lawyers ng NTC, maganda yung kanilang explanation about sa order nila. Unfortunately, wala. Klarong-klaro na violation ng separation of power. Ngayon na tayo nakakita ng isang NTC na quasi-judicial body. Like any other quasi-judicial bodies, ngayon na tayo nakakita na pwede palang diktahan ng House of Representatives.
Sa isang mali at napakapoderoso at abusadong hakbang na nagpagamit siya.
By a mere resolution.
Yun.
Yeah, and it's a very dangerous precedent, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi from here on in, pwede palang gawin yan ng susunod na mga
Exactly.
NTC. Sabi kasi ng mga boss amo chief namin
Pwede
di ba?
namin gawin
Sa
to.
Kongreso, di ba?